Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Avatar The Last Airbender Season 2, Episode 19, and also the Episode 20. The same day for me, not the same day for you. Whether that you are on Patreon or on YouTube, you know that you're gonna have to wait a little to have my reaction video also about the episode 20. But that's it. Today I'm gonna watch the 2 last episodes of this season 2. I don't know why. See, I said that with melancholy, like this is the end of the season 2. And I know that after that I'm only gonna have the season 3 to discover, to binge watch. And that's it. After that it's gonna be the end of Avatar The Last Airbender. That's weird, you know, because before beginning my binge watching of it, I knew that I had only 3 seasons to discover, that it was a show which was out since a long time, which was already finished, so I knew it. But each time, you know, even if it's short episodes and all, I have the impression that I'm spending a lot of time with this show. I have the impression that I'm really involving myself so much into it. Yes, I'm spending a lot of time, I'm really into it, and I'm already feeling melancholic. It's almost like when you have a show that you love a lot, and when they're announcing that the next season is gonna be the last one. I still have an entire season, that's so great, but it's gonna be the last one. So you're beginning it, you know, the new season with melancholy, because you know already that this is gonna be the last one. That's how I'm feeling. Which is weird again, because this is the end of the season 2, not the beginning of the season 3. My emotions, you know me, you know that I only have high emotions, and sometimes it's a mess, it's a total mess, and maybe it's a day like that also for me. I'm a mess. The last days I was a mess emotionally. It's a mix of a lot of things, good and bad things, so I'm a mess. This video can be a mess. My reactions to these last episodes can be a mess, even more if, you know, see, the last episodes of the season 1 were for me the more emotional one. I cried during the 2 last episodes of the season 1. I don't think that there was the best of the season 1, but there was the most emotional for me. I had my emotions really high, I was really focused and so involved into it and all. I really loved them, but because of that, I think that they're gonna do the same right there for the last episodes of the season 2. They're gonna be more emotional, they're gonna create big things, big stuff which are gonna happen. And because of how I left our heroes during the last episode, I think that it's gonna happen. So I'm preparing myself because of that. 2 last episodes, so they're gonna be emotional. But it's the 2 last episodes of the season 2, which was a lot emotional already during all of the season. I had moments of emotion. Really, they wrote it well during all of the season. We had a lot of emotional episodes, like Zuko all alone. That's it. The Tales of Ba Sing Se. That's it. And a lot of other moments like that, like when Jet died, like when we were with Appa, things like that, and also some emotional cliffhanger at the end of some episodes. Really, they worked well, I think, during this season 2 to create emotional moments like that, big moments like that, like events, emotional events. So I'm even more worried for these 2 last episodes of the season, which are gonna be emotional, because it's like that, it's the 2 last episodes of the season, and because of the fact that if they managed so well during all of the season already to create emotional moments, that's gonna be worst right there for the end. I'm not gonna survive. Really, I'm gonna end like that on the floor. We'll see. But yes, see, I prepared myself even more because I had the time to prepare myself, because the last time that I watched episode of Avatar, it was a long time ago. I think that it was 2 weeks ago now, because I binge watched all of Shadow and Bone the season 1 and I edited all of the videos after that, so it took me a lot of time. So yes, I think that it was 2 weeks ago now, so I missed the show during all of this time. I'm glad to be back, but I had also all of this time to prepare myself. I don't know, I mean, yes, I know. I know what can be problematic for me and my emotions during these 2 last episodes. Sokka reunited with his father. That can be... that can be hard for me to handle, because I know how much Sokka loves his father, how much also his father's approval is important for him. He wanted, you know, to join his father, to be a soldier with him, but his father didn't accept at all. And Sokka grew up and became a real soldier and all. I want him to prove himself in front of his father, you know, to prove that he's brave, he's a good soldier, he knows how to fight, he's clever also for strategic stuff during battles. I want him really to prove himself to his father. I really hope that he's gonna have the opportunity to do that, but again, it can be emotional for me if it happens. We have also Aang, who is gonna meet his guru. You know my theory about that. Aang said that it was someone who was gonna help him to manage his avatar state. And me, my theory since episode... I'm sorry, I'm too excited. Since almost, you know, the episodes 7 and 8 of the season 1, since the time that Katara said that Aang is the bridge between the spirit world and our world, I think that the spirit world, managing well powers which are connected with the spirit world, so the avatar state, I think that it's one of the powers that Aang has to deal with, to handle, like fire, earth and all. I think that the spirit world, the spirit state, the avatar state, all of that is, you know, connected, and it's something that he has to deal with. So I was glad when we met the guru, and when the guru said that, you know, that he has stuff to learn to Aang. So I'm glad that it's gonna happen during these episodes and also during this season, because it's maybe better to learn that before learning firebending, you know. Now that's it, it's managing well with waterbending, with earthbending because of Toph, and also now he's gonna learn stuff about spirit bending, something like that. It can be cool. Is it gonna be hard? Maybe, but it can be cool, really. And I'm really worried for what is gonna happen in Ba Sing Se. They are preparing for attacking the Fire Nation, which is great, but we have many issues right there. We have Toph, who was kidnapped by the 2 stupid guys. I really hope that we're gonna be over with them soon. I don't want to have them on screen for the season 3. That's it, they are stupid and just an issue really that we have to resolve quick. We have the daily, we have the soldiers who are still loyal to him, and that's gonna be an issue. We can have an internal, you know, fight right there in Ba Sing Se. And the fact that Azula and her girls, they entered into the city with the appearance of Kyoshi warriors, it's making me so mad that they did that, you know. How dare you? You know, I said during the fight between Azula and the girls and the Kyoshi warriors that, in my opinion, they couldn't win just right there, so maybe the Kyoshi warriors were captured by Azula and the other girls. I said that, and on the other hand, when they announced that the Kyoshi warriors were coming, I was like, yay, fine, great, and that's cool. And it's really only when Azula appeared on screen that I was like, fuck, really, fuck up. She's right there, of course she's right there, of course she took that opportunity to go, you know, to see her enemies and how they are functioning from the inside. I hope that Katara and Appa also, they're gonna recognize them. They met them, they fought with them, so I really hope that they're gonna recognize them. But I'm worried also because of what Azula can learn during that moment about what they are preparing against the Fire Nation, you know, about the eclipse coming and all. So right there we have 3 issues to deal with in Ba Sing Se: the daily Toph being kidnapped and Azula and the girls acting like Kyoshi warriors. And right there we only have Katara to deal with that because Toph, she's being kidnapped. So I'm worried, you know, really for this situation in Ba Sing Se, and we just conquered back Ba Sing Se in a way, you know. This Earth King, okay, is nice, but during all of this time he was blind and didn't see that his city was turning into a dictator. So I'm not sure that we can really trust him to do the right stuff, to not go on the wrong direction. And we have Zuko, who is tormented, who is lost. Ew, the last episode was so interesting for Zuko and his nightmares, you know. So the moment when he saw himself as the Avatar, that was interesting because of the parallels that the writers are putting between Aang and Zuko since the beginning. It's always great, you know, to see that they are progressing, the two of them, at the same rhythm almost. Not in the same direction and not for the same reasons and stuff, but still they are progressing, they are evolving, the two of them. So for that parallel, it was interesting for what it means also for Zuko. Do you want to be the Avatar? Do you want to be the one that everyone is expecting, you know, to save the world and all? Do you want to be Aang? It's asking a lot of questions, and I really appreciated these nightmares. I'm sorry that you had to have them, Zuko, but like I wrote, I think that your body and your subconscious were trying to tell you stuff about how much you are conflicted, how much you have to resolve this conflict inside of yourself because they are killing you and you have to make a choice. So that's what I'm expecting for Zuko during these 2 last episodes, to make a choice, and fingers crossed he's gonna make the choice to join us. I don't know, at least to not want to go after the Avatar, to capture the Avatar and all. He helped to release Appa during the last episodes. He made a lot of things into this direction, so I really hope that it can happen so we can have a final season with all guys and Zuko working together. I don't know. I hope that it can happen at some point. And I'm gonna see that right now with these 2 last episodes. I'm excited, I'm melancholic, I said it, I'm a lot of different emotions, I said it. I'm a mess during these last days. Personally, I was a mess with a lot of different emotions, always big, but sometimes sad, sometimes happy, so I'm a real mess. Don't worry, you know, if you are seeing me during this episode, having a lot of different emotions in just 1 second. No worries, it's totally normal. Okay, let's go for this episode 19! Oh, and also you know that you have my Patreon on which you have the episodes sooner, at least 2 weeks sooner right now. And you have an extended reaction part or a full reaction part for big episodes. Maybe for these 2 ones it's gonna be full reaction part. I don't know me for now, but you have that on the description if it's the extended or full reaction part. Let's go! Oh, and also the weather is changing each minute right there, right now. So sometimes it's gonna be really sunny, sometimes it's gonna rain like hell. No matter what, there is a lot of wind. So I'm sorry if it's disturbing for you for the noise. I want to watch Avatar today and that's it for the weather. I don't understand. I was excited and melancholic and now I'm stressed, you know? Now that I'm about to begin it. I said it, a lot of emotions. The bird is not there anymore. I know that I told you about that bird, I don't know in which intro or review, but for those of you who maybe were asking themselves that question, who were wondering, no, the bird is not there anymore. Not just because of the weather. The guru, okay.
I'm sure you wouldn't like it. It smells delicious. I love a bowl, Uncle.
For real?
It's a new day. We've got a new apartment, new furniture, and today's the grand opening of your new tea shop.
And you're okay with that?
You haven't seen your dad in over 2 years. You must be so excited. I'm ready to master the Avatar state. I'll do whatever it takes.
Sokka, good to see you.
Where is your dad?
Sokka.
Oh,
Hi, Dad.
oh. I'm so
Look,
glad
Buster,
for you.
The Kyoshi warriors are here to protect us. The Council of Five is meeting to plan an invasion of the Fire Nation this summer.
No, no.
On the day of the solar eclipse.
Really? I was a spiritual brother of your people and a personal friend of Monk Gyatso. You must gain balance within yourself before you can bring balance to the world. Drink up.
What is it? Wait a minute. It can be poisoned and it can be a lot of things. Never drink something without asking what it is.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, very sneaky tough.
Oh, they are so stupid.
Quit your pain. You might think you're the greatest earthbender in the world, but even you can't bend metal.
May finally gets to wear makeup that's not totally depressing.
Nah.
Fire Nation has hammered away at Boss Insane from the outside.
And you are inside.
On the inside. And we can
I don't hate everything about her, but I hate everything that she wants to do.
controls Boss Insane.
Tell me everything you know about Chakra.
One is there, one there.
There are several pools where the water swirls around before flowing on. Life is messy, and things tend to fall in the creek. If we open the paths between the pools,
The energy flows.
That's a good parallel.
there are 7 chakras that go up the body. Each
I know 2.
cannot stop until all 7 are open. Are you ready?
Let's go.
The Earth Chakra, located at the base of the spine. It deals with survival and is blocked by fear. Let your fears become clear to you. This chakra deals with pleasure and is blocked by guilt.
It's where
What do you blame yourself for?
I need localizations. Fear, guilt.
Accept the reality that these things happen. You need to forgive yourself.
I love your lessons about chakras.
Scouts have spotted 4 Fire Nation ships.
The rest of you men get ready for battle.
Including you? It's gonna be okay. I had
Follow your passion, Zuko, and life will reward you.
Congratulations, Uncle.
I'm very thankful.
I'm so glad for you, Iroh.
I'm thankful because you decided to share this special day with me.
Stop. The two of you need to stop. You're gonna kill me.
People some tea.
Third is the fire chakra, located in the sun, and is blocked by shame.
I'm never gonna firebend again.
Yes, you will.
You are the avatar, and therefore, you are a firebender.
I'm tired of wearing this girly disguise.
You tired of
You
something?
meet the Kyoshi warriors.
Weird.
Do you want the whole palace to know we're Fire Nation?
Sorry.
He smiled. Not good at all.
Good work, girls. I'm sure the Dai will deliver the message.
You knew it. Of course you knew it. It was one of your plans. You're clever, but I hate
It
you.
deals with and is blocked by grief.
I told you about it during the last intro. I'm too sensible of that.
The air nomad's love for you has not left this world. It is reborn in the form of new love.
Oh?
Let the pain flow.
Same.
Sound chakra, located in the throat. It deals with truth. You must accept
that you are the Avatar.
Yes, and
The light chakra, located in the center of the forehead.
that's the one, you know, in yoga and all that I'm feeling the most.
We are all one people, but we live as if divided.
We're all connected.
Even metal is just a part of Earth that has been purified and refined.
You're gonna burn metal? Tough? No!
Woo! Toph, you rule.
You're so good! I'm impressed. I'm so proud of her. Katara?
Uncle, I need 2 jasmine, 1 green, and 1 lychee.
Oh! No! They're just right there, living their lives and making teas. They're not dangerous, I
Once you
mean.
open this chakra, you will be able to go in and out of the Avatar state that is located at the crown of the head. It deals with pure cosmic energy. Meditate on what attaches you to this world.
Persons that he loves.
I love her.
Learn to let
Love,
go.
you said love.
You must learn to let go.
For a certain time, not forever.
Thank goodness you're here, Snake. Something terrible is going on.
It's
The
not
Fire Nation
Suki.
infiltrated the city. I just saw Prince Zuko and his uncle.
Shut up, Katara!
Don't worry, I'll be sure to let him know.
How can it be worse now?
So, Zuzu's in the city too. I think it's time for a family reunion.
No, and stop calling him Zuzu.
Oh, Katara.
And
They know everything.
now think of your attachments and let them go.
Can you... You interrupted the process?
If you leave now, you won't be able to go into the Avatar state at all.
Never? It's choosing her. I love that.
It's another one of her tricks.
Nope.
There's a giant hole.
It's another
Not.
power.
It's the real deal.
She's the real deal.
I am the greatest earthbender in the world.
You don't know how much this means to me, Dad. I'll make you proud. And I'll finally prove to you what a great warrior I am.
I'm already proud of you. And I've always known you're a great warrior.
Really?
Why do you think I trusted you to look after our tribe?
But I wanted him to prove himself in front of you. He needs it still.
This can't be good news.
What do you want?
I want to make a deal. It's time that I regain
And you know it, Azula. You planned that.
Why should I help you?
Because I can get you, the Avatar.
No.
Listening.
A message from the Royal Palace.
Great news!
No, terrible ones.
Invited to serve tea to the Earth King.
Oh, and you are smiling because you know how much it's important for your uncle. It's the end of this episode? No. I want... Oh. Really, I want to say like that, you know, in a fetal position for some minutes. Why I didn't plan any tissue? Am I stupid or what? My emotions were such a mess during this episode. I warned you. During the intro I warned you that during the last days in my personal life my emotions were already a mess, that I had a lot of big emotions, that's usual for me, but that I had a lot of big and sad and also great emotions, like really a roller coaster of big emotions in my personal life. So if I'm like that in my personal life, you know, which is normally you know, regular like everyone else, I knew that during an episode that I was watching, reacting to a show that I love, I could be emotional, but for Avatar The Last Airbender and for the 2 last episodes of this season, I knew that my emotions could be a mess. It was. I cried more than once. I lost more than once. I was proud of these characters more than once. I was scared for them more than once. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. These 2 last episodes, you know, I said it during the intro, I was excited and scared at the same time for these 2 last episodes because the 2 last ones of the season 1 were big ones with big emotional moments. So I was scared of these 2 ones being the same. You know, okay, it's not a big battle like it was for the season 1. So it's not a special event that we have to be prepared for, something really big and important, something really defined, you know. Okay, we have a battle between these guys and these guys, okay, we can do that and that to win, let's do it. Okay, we're gonna have some issues during the day, you know, during the battle and all, but at the end we can win because of that, that and that. It's not so well defined, you know, these 2 last episodes, because we have plenty of stuff to do and we have plenty of issues to resolve, and we don't have, you know, for some of them the resolutions of it, you know, the immediate resolutions of it. We don't have clues about how we can resolve this situation. For me, it's the same for the intensity of these 2 last episodes, for the importance of these 2 last episodes, for the emotions of these 2 last episodes, it's the same, but it's, you choose, you know, it's worst or bigger. Worst and bigger. It's bigger because during season 1 it was one issue, one thing that we were dealing with, a battle, and things that we can do to win. Right there, it's plenty of stuff, like the guru lessons about chakra and the fact that Aang didn't finish it, so maybe he can have another moment, you know, with the Avatar state and all. It's the fact that we have Katara who is injured, you know, in Ba Sing Se. It's the fact that Azula and the girls are acting like Kyoshi warriors, and they learned everything about everything. They learned about the fact that we want to attack the Fire Nation, and during that particular moment and day, because an eclipse is coming and all, they know that Iroh and Zuko are right there. It's killing me. They know really a lot of things, and of course, even if they didn't know that, they already planned stuff before that. That deal, you know, that they made with the Daily, Azula, she thought about it, she planned it, she told, you know, the girls to discuss about that, and after that she knew that she was gonna be taken to the Daily and all to act like he's in control when in fact she's in control because she planned that since the beginning. So she's gonna be allied with the traitors, you know, of Ba Sing Se. She's gonna attack from the inside. I have the impression that at the end of the next episode, Ba Sing Se is gonna be a fire city, all because of Azula. The only good things of this episode, it's tough. She knows, you know, how to bend metal. It's such, for me, you know, a big change into the story, the fact that she can do that, because all of, you know, the drill, for example, it was metal, and she couldn't go inside of it during the episode of the drill because of the fact that it was metal and she couldn't feel it and all. In fact, yes, she can feel it and she can bend it, so it means that she can bend everything which is about metal, so the future drills, but also machines, things, you know, war machines and all. Do you understand what I mean? For me, it's a big deal, the fact that she can bend metal. It's a big deal. I don't know if she's gonna be able to bend all of the metals? Yes, normally she can. But is she gonna do it so easily, so quickly? Like, does she need to have time to learn really how to bend metal? All of the kinds of metal, and the little ones like the big ones, and to do everything that she wants with it? Maybe she needs a little time to do that, to learn how to do that. But for me, it's really a big deal, the fact that she can do it. Just the fact that she can do it, you know. I'm really thinking of it like that, and that's a really big good thing that happened during this episode, and I was so proud of her when it happened. I was so proud of Sokka also when he had this conversation with his father, because, you know, I said it during my intro, I wanted a time for him to prove himself in front of his father, to prove that he's a good soldier and that he knows how to fight, but also that he's clever and knows how to do strategic stuff and all. So in a way I'm frustrated because he didn't have the time to do that, and in another way I'm glad that his father told him that he didn't have to do that, that his father already knew that. I'm glad, because that's in fact better, a father who is telling you that you don't have to prove yourself no matter what. He knows what you can do, he believes in you, and that's great, that's so great. I was so proud of him during that moment. I was so glad also all of these Iroh and Zuko's moments. They want to kill me, really. They know how much I love these two, their relationship and all. So to have Zuko being okay to have this life, was he acting like he was okay and in fact no, or was he really okay with this life? I don't know, maybe in fact. But I'm sure that he was okay and he was glad and he was proud also of Iroh. You know, the fact that it was... You know, normally it's Iroh who is happy and proud of Zuko, and right there it was the contrary. It was Zuko who was happy for his uncle, who was proud of his uncle, who was supporting his uncle. I loved that, you know, the fact that for once it was the contrary and it was sincere, and he just wanted to be there for his uncle, to see his uncle succeeding and being happy. You know, when you are happy because someone that you love is happy, it means a lot. For me, it's that, you know, pure love between people. It's when someone is happy and it's making you happy because you love that person so much. So I loved these moments, but I'm scared for the next episode, for almost every one of them. Because we're gonna have Aang being back. They know that Katara was captured. Azula and the girls, they are like that with the daily and his soldiers. I'm not convinced, you know. I really have the impression, yes, that at the end of the episode, Ba Sing Se is gonna be a fire city. And I'm really afraid for Zuko and Iroh. They managed, you know, these two to find a balance right there. Okay, it can't be definitive, you know, for the two of them to just, you know, have their tea shop and to serve tea and to finish their lives like that. No. I'm sure that it can't be the end, even if I hope that it can be Iroh's end at the end of everything. But right now it can't be the end. Zuko, you are better, and that's great, right? And I'm so happy for you that you are feeling better. But you know also that you have to deal with all of that with your family, with what they did to you. I'm not sure that, you know, it's not a question of revenge. He doesn't have to get his revenge. He has to get back his honor again. And I think that he knows now that for doing that, he doesn't have to be daddy's boy, to do what his dad wants him to do, that he has to prove himself to his dad. I think that he knows now that getting back your honor is not through your dad and what he wants. It's through what you think which is right for you, for the Fire Nation, for your people, You know what I want for Zuko at the end? You know that I want him to be the next Fire Lord because I really think that he has what you need to have, you know, to be a good leader. He can be fair, he can be someone really great for his people. I hope that he can go on that direction, and for that you need to... I don't want you to fight your father, it's too rough for my heart, but maybe to help Aang fighting it. Learning firebending? We'll see. Maybe more fighting your sister, maybe she's more your nemesis than Aang or your father. But at the same time, of course I don't want him to fight his sister, I don't like that for sure. But I can't see a solution for Azula. I don't think that she can change. She was not brainwashed, but she was taught since she's so young by her father that she has to be like that, to do that, to act like that, to sing like that, and she embraced all of that so much. I don't think that at any point into her life she tried to fight it back, you know, to ask herself the questions if it's right or not for her, for the world, for what is right and all. I really don't think so, so I can't see her changing or realizing suddenly that what she's doing is wrong. That's wrong, you know, because she's a good character, she's clever, she's brave in a way, even if I hate what she's doing and what she's saying and everything, you know, about what she's doing and all. I hate that, but her character, some of her qualities and all, I can recognize them and admire her for that. She's a good character, she's a good villain, but she's a villain. I can't see a way for her to switch or something like that. You know, if at the end, I don't know how or when I'm right and Zuko is gonna be the next Fire Lord, I can't see Azula accepting that. We'll see. And I'm gonna see that right now because I'm gonna watch episode 20 right now. I'm excited and I'm stressed. And I think that I'm more stressed than excited, in fact. Okay, so it's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.